Hey everyone, this is Rob,
Hey, Michelle.
and welcome to Bunebape, your weekly podcast and everything you need to know about old school RuneScape.
Me. Merp.
All right, so this week up on the docket,
Not
first
much.
as always, we are going to be starting off with the usual and the typical, letting you know what we have been up to this week,
Yep.
including anything we might have made. And then we'll be going into, like Michelle said,
Not
not much.
much.
Yeah,
There is stuff though.
I mean, I think this is kind of expected being where we are currently
Mid
in
DMM.
in Deadman. So not much to really go over. We are going to go over the makeshift plushies,
Yeah.
which if you say fast enough sounds like we're saying a bad word. And then we're going to go over some DMM tweaks and launcher changes. So really not a lot going
It's a
on.
pretty crazy week.
Pretty wild.
Yeah. And we have a Q&A though.
Yes, we, of course, as always, will finish off with a Q&A, and if you want to participate, feel free to ask us any questions you have, I said have or like, anywhere, really. Feel free to ask us at our discord.gg/boonbape. We have a
Bunebape.
questions channel.
Yes, we do.
That'd probably be the best place, but you can also find us
Literally any comments anywhere that you could reach us.
anyways, like I was saying, feel free to get in touch with us anywhere. Twitter would be good, but really just anywhere that you would like. And feel free to let us know that you want the question included, and we'll include it in our weekly Q&A.
Yes.
But before we get into any of that super exciting stuff, Michelle, how's it going?
It's going pretty well. The only skill I have worked on this entire week was fire making. I got 96 fire making. And I was like, wow, I should really just like work on this and max. And then I did for one day, like 4 days ago.
And you
Didn't do it again.
maxed.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
96 is max, right?
Yep.
I just haven't cleaned my cape yet.
Yeah.
It's overrated, I don't even need it. I did not get the pet still, did not get the axe still, unfortunately. We're getting closer. And I want to get the pet. Not the axe. The axe I'm just like
that's definitely not
the axe I'm
happening.
not even gonna pretend. But like I'd really like the pet.
I mean, that's kind of embarrassing that you don't have the pet.
He got Spoon the pet. 2 people in my hardcore got Spoon the pet.
Yeah, everyone has the pet because it's really easy to get.
It really feels like everyone has the pet at this point. But anyway, other than that, I've been doing the wheel of bossing a lot. It's kind of just turned into a full-on wheel of content. So this week I have another new sponsor. It's actually going to be, it's a month-long sponsor. I feel like I'll do it at least 2 weeks.
This episode is sponsored by HelloFresh.
No, it's Hello Fresh.
Hello?
Hello? Oh, it's Fresh. HelloFresh is sponsoring me.
Hang up. Dial again.
No, it's really good. This is US only sponsorship, but if you don't know, HelloFresh is like a food meal planning delivery thing. So they have like 40 plus recipes, and you could go and choose recipes, all kinds like vegan, vegetarian, and what was that?
40.
Oh, 40. Okay. They also have like meat and cheese and stuff. It's just this is for the fellow veggie folks out there. But you go choose recipes and they send you like all the proportions that you need to make it, so you don't have like random ingredients that you are never going to use again, which Robert and I do a lot all the time when we're shopping.
No.
Our bag of potatoes we threw away the other day.
That's because it was an 8-pound bag.
Yeah, we bought like an 8-pound bag of potatoes. So if you do stuff like that, HelloFresh is great because they will just send you 2 potatoes.
Yeah,
But,
or one.
Or one, depending on the recipe. But they'll send you the ingredients, they'll send you a recipe, and you can go and like make it yourself. I think I might do a cooking stream on Friday when it gets here. Or next week. Well, I want to because then I feel like that could help sell it. But yeah, this is US only. If you order it using my link, which I'll include in the little bio episode description thing, then you could add 5 whole things to my wheel of content, whether that be bossing, raids, mini games, whatever.
Yeah, anything.
Yeah, but if I don't complete it, if you say something like ridiculous and I don't complete it, like that's on you. Like Zancudo.
It's just an attempt.
Yes. Zancudo wanted me to do one of the salamander combat achievements, and that's what I rolled on my wheel of spinning whatever yesterday. My wheel of spinning. That did not go well. I was at Muspa for like half an hour trying to kill with only salamanders, and I ended up getting like it's completely surrounded itself by spikes. I couldn't even get to it anymore.
Nice.
But like I'll try. The cheapest option is around $25 and I get $70. So if you want to support the stream and get dank food without giving money to Twitch, this is definitely like the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get delicious food. So check it out. And that's all for now.
That's
Bye.
the sponsor of this episode. Thanks.
Goodbye, Fresh.
Shout out to HelloFresh. Hang up the phone.
Say bye, Fresh. Say it. Say bye
Later, skater. All right, what else did you do?
bye. Yeah, I've just been doing mostly the wheel stuff like all week because I don't know why I said that people could add 5. I should have said people could add 3. The 5 is kind of like ridiculous.
Well, good thing you doubled down.
Yeah. I have like 26 things on my wheel right now. And that's not counting the fact that I have 11 Inferno attempts to make. Inferno's only on there 4 times, but it represents all of these. But I did some Inferno, did not beat my PB, got really frustrated again. I just cannot click yellow enough. I was even saying, like, I'm just gonna eat. If I get worried, I'm just gonna eat. I'm not gonna worry about it. Like, I don't wanna have low health. I need to get used to the waves. And I just won't do that for some reason.
Yeah.
I just get stressed out and I don't eat because I'm like, I want a blood rush. I don't want to use food. And then I die. So it's like, okay, could have just used food and stayed longer, but all right. I
You could
haven't
have, but
even
you didn't. You died.
I haven't even made it back to the majors yet, which is very frustrating.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing.
Okay, anyway. I've done a couple chambers, like challenge mode 2. We did some Tob yesterday. I survived at least one. I survived completely, I think. I was surviving Versic too, which is cool.
Yeah.
Me surviving Versic, I realized really just depends on the team because like the web part at Versic, she starts like shooting webs in a circle around her and they could catch you. I don't even attack at that part. I run to the outskirts of the room and walk so the webs won't hit me. And sometimes the webs still hit me. I take like 50 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like not doing the most DPS, but it's been fun like doing all these different activities and I have some more weird ones I have to do. Zancudo also wanted me to go PKing with salamanders, so I did that last night. I couldn't find anyone, so I fought someone in the chat and I beat them.
Oh, you didn't go to the Chaos Altar like you're.
No, because last time I went to the Chaos Altar, I posted a short, or I posted on TikTok, and people were like, "Wow, that's a real dick move," and I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry."
No, you could have just went to the Rev Caves. There's always
I
someone
went to the
there.
Rev Cave. I was circling around, but they were level 80, so I couldn't attack them.
Okay.
I even like was walking around pretending I was sneaky, hoping they'd attack me, and then they didn't. And I was like, okay. And then I ran at them, and then it said I couldn't attack them, so then it was awkward, and I had to just run
You
away.
should have went to the high risk worlds.
I could have, I guess. I also thought that salamanders were like chinchompas, so whenever I went to buy a salamander, I was like, I could only get 150 or something. And people were like, you only need one. I put in a buy offer for I think like 1,500 salamanders.
What is wrong
I
with
thought that they
you?
were like chinchompas and that you needed like a lot of them.
No, you don't. You only
Nobody
need
uses
one.
salamanders. Honestly, like they seem like they'd be kind of fun to use when practicing PKing because I didn't know this. Salamanders, you hold it like it's a crossbow kind of, but you can use any attack style with it. So you can melee, range, or mage it, and I'm pretty sure that all of them look like the same too. Or if they don't look the same in the attacks, it's very subtly different.
Okay.
I didn't use the melee to be fair. But the
Yeah.
person I was fighting, every time they prayed the correct thing, I would just switch to the other one and they didn't notice. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
They're also not a PKer, so
Yeah. I've used it before for barrows.
use salamander or barrows.
Yeah.
It's a really silly weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
Honestly, it seems like it'd be nice not to switch.
Yeah. It's
Mhm.
it's just really budget.
Yeah. I have to kill Kree with it eventually too for CA, but we decided Must would be easier. I
It
don't
was not
know.
easy.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that anymore. I might just want to go Kree. Because Kree at least like I could have other people there killing the bodyguards to help me, you know?
Oh, so you're gonna cheat?
Yeah.
Uh.
Duh.
Okay.
Is Sally Jad a thing? Everyone was talking about Sally Jad, and I
Yeah,
think that they were
probably.
just oh god, that's disgusting. If that's a real CA,
I
that's
mean,
rough.
you can melee Jad, so
True, I'm so scared of melee Jad
I
though.
don't, I
I
don't
need
know
to do
why you
it.
couldn't do salamander Jad.
Well, I mean like for a combat achievement specifically.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. That was another fun one. I have some normal bosses on there too, and I have like CMs. I'm hoping to roll the CMs, but like Ivor, another one of our mods who ordered, is like telling me to go to like Castle Wars and stuff. I had to do a round of Gnome Restaurant last night, which is like the DoorDash of RuneScape.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a collection log
It's
slot.
not even close to the DoorDash. It's just regular service.
Yeah, you know what's a scam? So Gnome's Restaurant, you like get food, you make it, and you deliver it to someone. Like you're the little delivery guy, and you have 10 minutes.
It's called a waiter.
Yeah, but you have to go deliver it to someone. It's not. They're not there. I had to go to Falador.
Oh.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you just did it in
There's
the.
an easy and a harder. I was doing the harder.
Oh, I thought
So
you.
maybe
Yeah, I thought
easy's
you just
there.
delivered it to the person there.
No, I had to go to Falador.
Oh, okay.
But the worst part, they don't give you the food to make it. You have to
No, you have
go.
to have
I had
it.
to go to the bank and buy food.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
Well, I mean, yeah,
It was
that's
a scam.
that's the whole
I
game.
mean, can you imagine if you were working at a restaurant and you went to do like a pizza delivery and they're like, "Okay, Robert, but this pizza's coming out of your paycheck." Like
Yeah,
that's a
and also
scam.
it was given to you by a
A
gnome,
gnome in his little tree house. I
and then you
know.
just teleported to give it to the
It's just
person.
like real life.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
just like real life. But it's
Wow.
been a lot of fun doing these. I might like break and do some more TOAs this week because, I haven't really been raiding much. People want me to raid. I don't know. I've been having a little bit of a dilemma. I was talking about last night about because I get less viewers when I'm not just raiding. But I talked to Robert about this, and like a lot of those viewers I lose are people who don't actually talk in my chat at all and just kind of like are only there because they want to see someone get purples, which is fair, whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm like, should I be specifically trying to cater to people who aren't talking, or should I do the wheel stuff, which people in my chat that talk a lot want me to do? I
The
realize I should probably
dilemma.
do that. Yeah. Also, I like TOA because I get money.
Okay.
So probably doing a little bit of both this week, and hopefully I have more to share next week. All I could really talk about was all the weird stuff I've done. Yeah.
Nice.
How have you been?
Pretty good. I have played a little bit. I just did some more laps on the
Are
hardcore,
you
and
maxed?
then
What
yeah,
level are
I'm
you?
actually 200 mil,
Did you get any
all
levels?
200 mil,
Okay.
all skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I did
Mm-hmm.
some.
I think he's lying.
I was just doing some Falador agility because I'm maxing all skills, and can do whatever I want.
Where else would you go if not Faldor?
Who knows?
Best course.
Yeah, so that's where I was. I did a few of those, and then I was actually playing a bunch of different games this week. It was kind of like a
Yeah.
long weekend, so
I
I got
ended
to
up having
play
a
some
4-day
games.
weekend because he was not feeling on Friday too.
Yeah, so I got to play. Weirdly enough, I was playing League of Legends with a friend.
He's just so toxic of him.
Yeah,
So toxic.
exactly. Yeah. Anyways, someone's gonna ask probably, or someone has already asked. I
Okay.
play Shaco, and then
Duh.
obviously, and then also I was playing this like new-ish MMO called Palia.
Yeah, I think we mentioned it a little bit last week. You could
Yeah,
tell him what you've been up to in it. It looks so cute. He
it's
made a
kind of like
house.
it's kind of like Stardew and like similar objectives of Stardew Valley, where you like have a farm, you maintain your farm and like build a house and maintain relationships with people in the town and stuff like that. And there's no combat. The only combat is shooting deer.
Yeah, you go
And
hunting.
yeah, so I just shot like a million deer. Also, it was actually crazy. I was playing this morning, and I guess there's like these giga rare deer, like
Oh,
these.
it's like gold.
It's like no, it's white.
Oh, an albino
It's
deer.
white, and whenever you shoot it, it teleports away. And I saw people in chat typing about it, and I was like, whatever. I was just running around in like the
Yeah.
middle of nowhere, Egypt. Like I was gonna teleport back to my house because I was like in the middle of nowhere. And then like I hear it, and it's actually behind me, and I
Oh,
shoot it, and it just dies because I guess people were chasing it,
you got the last
and I
shot.
got the last shot, and it was
Nice.
cool. I mean, you didn't get anything special besides like a trophy, so I hung
Oh, a
that up in
trophy's
the
kind of
house.
cool though.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
A real trophy or like his head?
It was his head,
Oh
which is a
God.
trophy.
Yeah, I know. I was like cool, and then I was like, wait.
Yeah. But yeah, the game's actually pretty fun. So I've been doing that a little bit, and played quite a bit of Path of Exile.
You played so much games
Uh,
this weekend.
yeah,
Like a lot of variety.
made a Sparker and a Fire Trapper.
You guys know what that means. He's
Obviously,
been playing the league now.
I did play the league, and then apparently they made it more annoying, so I'm probably not gonna
Oh,
play it anymore.
he temporarily played the league.
Yeah, unfortunately. There's like a really annoying giant turtle that just like makes it impossible to do the league mechanic, and it's like really annoying unless you have like a build that does like quintillion damage or something.
I love the giant turtle.
It's stupid.
It's
Either
kind of
way,
cute.
probably not gonna do it anymore, but it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, I'm glad. How
But
do you
yeah,
enjoyed it?
not too much RuneScape. Yeah, that being said, I did watch for anyone that is interested in other RuneScape stuff, I did watch a bit of a stream. It was
Usually he doesn't watch RuneScape streams. That's why I was making faces. I was like, what?
yeah, it was Hebox Jong. So
Haven't seen them yet. You've talked
yeah,
about them.
they are the person that I mentioned before. You might know them. They did the speed run to Maxscape, and
Oh, yes.
yeah, it took them. They actually won. It was like a semi competition between them and another person, but they've actually restarted and are doing another speed run to max on a UIM.
Nice.
And I think they're pretty high already. I think they're like maybe 1900 total level or something like that.
Of
So
course. How
they're
long has it been?
pretty not very long, but yeah, they're pretty high level already.
That's
It was funny
nuts.
because the part that I watched, he was at Sepulcher, and he was doing Sepulcher, and around like the third floor, his dad called him, and he's all like, his dad was saying, he's like, yeah, I'm locked out of the house. Can you come get me?
He's like, no, I'm a
He's like, yeah, I'll
sepulcher.
be there in like 5 minutes. And he finished the entire lap of Sepulcher
His dad's just like,
and then logged out so he wouldn't like get extra time on his account while he went and like unlocked the
smart,
door for
smart,
his
smart,
dad.
smart. So it's account playtime, not in
Yeah.
real life
No, yeah,
time.
it's account playtime.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How funny.
Yeah, but
He literally said, nah, you have to wait, bro.
no, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, if you get logged out to poker, it starts you over.
he
So
made him wait like I think it was like 6 minutes or something like that. Like it
his
was a
poor
little
dad.
while.
His poor
But
dad.
yeah, I mean, he got back in the house.
That's
I'm
funny.
assuming. But
Speaking of ultimates, GZ to Schmacko for getting a Tebow. Schmacko got a Tebow on his ultimate.
nice.
Yeah, it was hype. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. It was GZ Schmacko.
GZ. Also shout out to the person that the UIM that lost like several billion GP worth of stuff
Mm-hmm.
AFK mining at Duke.
Yeah. Rip to them, GZ to Schmacko.
Yeah. But
Two different ultimate accounts going on here.
I think that's generally it. I haven't really played anything else.
Yeah. I have a question before we go and move on. What do you think of ultimates of the playstyle in general? Because last night we talked about, and for some reason, someone in the chat was like, they were like wanting to watch Mako, and then we're like, oh yeah, he got on his ultimate, and they're like, oh, he's ultimate, never mind.
Yeah.
It was just like a weirdly hot take.
I don't know. It's kind of like
Do you hate them?
it's kind of just like not something I'm interested in at all. Like in
Okay.
watching or playing or knowing anything about really. It's kind of like if someone's all like if I was like, "Oh, yeah, I like jump roping sometimes." And they're all like, "Oh, well, I actually like jump roping too, but I play with one hand and the rope's made of fire and you can't touch the ground."
Sick
I'm
comparison.
all
It's
like,
just like that.
all right, cool. That's just like a totally separate thing. Like you might
True.
as well be playing something else at that
Yeah.
point because that's what UIM is to me. Like that's not even the same game. Like
True.
you are just in a different realm, which is fine. It's just I don't care about it.
You're just not interested in it.
Yeah, like you'd be like you could in the same vein just be like I am, playing Call of Duty. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't care, but that's cool, I guess. It's
I
just
like I'll watch people who are ultimate, but the ultimate aspect itself doesn't necessarily interest me. It's just I have to like who that person is and then I'll watch the content. I don't really care.
yeah.
As long as they're like entertaining and stuff. Like Molly and stuff and Schmacko, I watch them. I think Potato has an ultimate. Does Potato? I think so. There's a few people that have ultimates. I'll
Yeah.
watch them and I'm entertained, but I don't seek out ultimates to watch.
Yeah, I don't
I just
really
more like watching the content, not necessarily like, how are you doing this?
I don't really seek out anyone or any type of content in particular. It's if I'm watching them and they seem relatively entertaining,
Mm-hmm.
then I'll watch them because I mean, I don't know if I'm like an outlier here, but I think watching RuneScape is like easily one of the most boring
That's why I
things.
was so surprised when he said he was watching RuneScape. I was like,
Yeah.
you hate watching RuneScape
Well, it was interesting, like, because
because of
he was like
speedrunning.
answering questions about like his speedrun and stuff like
Okay.
that, which is kind of interesting. Because like speedrunning in general is kind of interesting,
Yeah.
but
You
I
wouldn't do
mean,
it, but you're interested in
no,
it.
I'm not gonna be like, all right, cool, that's so interesting. Let me see how fast I can get 99 on
Yeah.
UAM.
Just
Like,
tell me about it. I don't need to do
yeah,
it.
exactly. So I was watching it a little bit, but yeah, RuneScape is so
He
boring for me
doesn't
to
like
watch.
watching it.
No,
What do you think when I'm watching RuneScape? Do you
when
not
you
like watching me?
when you're watching or
Or when I'm
playing,
playing? I'm streaming.
no, I couldn't care less what you were playing.
Honestly, okay, I was just gonna say you used to be very active in my chat whenever I'm streaming, and now like people will at Robert and I'll have to tell him because he doesn't even notice because his chat's behind like three things.
Well, usually it's because I'm
Playing the
doing
game.
other things
Mm-hmm.
because I only have like an hour of free time at night.
No, I meant like this past weekend where the 4 days. Like
Oh,
whenever I was streaming, you're not very active in chat anymore.
well, yeah, I'm usually
I'm
just
having a
playing.
confrontation.
I'm usually just playing other stuff
Yeah.
because yeah, your like stream's not interesting enough for me to like.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't like watching RuneScape. That's just
Wow.
how it is.
Wow, the truth comes out, I guess.
Yeah, I usually, and you're not the only one. Like I'll
It's
like
only me.
I'll check out like Bodhi or something, and I'll be like, oh, this is kind of interesting. And then
Everyone knows that me and Bodhi are basically the same person.
I'll almost like immediately be like, oh, okay, and then like swap to something else and be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is way more interesting, and just start watching
He's
that.
so weird. And the
Yeah.
streams that he told me he watches. Who's that? Al Kaiser?
No, Alkazer
Al
X. Yeah.
Kaiser? He said that he just says weird stuff over and over for like 5 minutes.
The thing is, he's one of the best Path of Exile players in the world.
Oh,
So
really?
yeah,
Okay. He just tells
and
me the funny things he says.
I've been watching him on and off for like over 10 years.
You're obsessed with
So
him
like
and you hate
I
me.
don't get all of his jokes, but there's a lot of the inside jokes that I do get. Or if like he'll reference like things that happened 9 years ago when he was playing Diablo, and I'll understand them.
Note to self, get more inside jokes that Robert won't hear on stream.
Okay. Yeah.
That'll teach
Or
him.
just be extremely good at the game you play.
I am. That's really mean.
Like I think the only person I've watched for longer than like 5 minutes is like Clone, maybe.
Clone's really good at the game.
Yeah, Purple Clone. Purple Clone's pretty good at the game.
Purple Clone also is a streamer. Go check him out.
Yeah. Or like, I mean, I think I watched Clone, and I watched a Cold One whenever there were the new bosses came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, those are two of the better players. Cold One being arguably the top 5 best players in the game.
I'm like
So
number 6. I almost made the cut.
yeah, exactly.
Someone came on the stream the other day and they're like, wow, you're actually good at this game.
Wow.
And I don't know, I took that as passive aggressive. I don't know if they were being, and we're like, yeah, I'm not just one of those stupid girls who just plays games.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, whoops.
But yeah, I don't know. It's like streaming is like a weird thing where I think it is more about the personality. Like if
Hmm.
someone's really good at a game, that definitely adds to it. Like I actually hate watching people that are bad at games, like or bad at things. Even if it's someone I really like and they're doing a puzzle
Yeah.
and they suck at puzzles, I'll actively like be like, no, I can't handle
I know
watching
some
this.
people like watching me do like certain bosses that I'm not good at because they think it's like funny, and I'm like, I know other people like leave because they're like, dang, this girl can knock at this KC, like
Yeah.
this is annoying.
Yeah, that's
Different people like
definitely
different things.
because like I'll like some of my favorite streamers, or at least ones that I watch more consistently, are like Moon and Summit, and they're both like top,
Insane gamers.
definitely top 20 streamers, and they're
Hmm.
generally really good at the games they play. But if it's like something they like run up against and it's like a puzzle or something that they're just not getting, oh my god,
You'll just leave.
I have to leave. Yeah,
That's funny.
I'll be like, who else is streaming, brother?
Really?
Because it's frustrating. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
I
It's
mean,
like,
do you like know the answers and you can't help? Is that
yeah,
what's frustrating?
exactly. Like I know the answer, and they just
Oh, their
either
chats are so busy they probably can't see people's help, huh?
they do eventually, or they're just like purposefully not looking at
Okay.
chat because
Like they're trying to
they
guideless.
want to do it themselves for whatever
That's
reason.
like Molly. She does Molly Music. She's another streamer.
Yeah.
She does guideless quests for ultimates. She just finished DT2 and it took her 10 days. Someone spoiled one of the bosses for her.
Yeah, you told me about
Yeah.
that.
And she said that whenever someone spoils it, she has to find another maneuver around it. So I think she wasn't allowed to cast Shadow on Leviathan at all because someone spoiled that.
Okay.
That's like her little rule that she has. So don't spoil, read people's rules whenever you go into their chat. Her first rule, and like everywhere in the chat it says like do not spoil.
Yeah.
Just read stuff. Just wanted to say that.
But yeah, I do watch streams pretty often, just not RuneScape.
Fine. Whatever.
You don't watch streams at all, so who are you to talk?
I know. It's whenever I'm not streaming, I'm making shorts. Whenever I'm not making shorts, I don't know what I'm doing, just sitting here having existential crises.
Nice.
Crises.
Oh, shout out to anyone that's ever played Time Crisis.
Is that
Great game.
okay? I've never heard of this game in my life.
It's like one of the you might know this, but it's like an arcade game. It's like the ones where you have like the gun,
Yeah.
and then like you shoot down to reload,
Oh,
and then
I never really played the gun games. I just saw them.
so it'll be like your first person running through like this stage, and then you have to shoot all the characters on the screen, and then like shoot down to reload, and there'll be like stages in the game.
It's like waves.
Kind of, but like you're progressing through the game.
Okay.
It's like an old arcade game, but I actually, when I had it for like whatever, the PlayStation or whatever, I actually had the gun.
Oh.
Like,
Of course you did.
yeah, like I
The little
actually,
prop gun.
yeah, it was like a prop gun, and you like would click the, you'd pull the trigger for it to actually shoot and stuff like that. So I played that game a lot.
Of course you did.
Yeah,
You
that
little
game was
demon.
hilarious. Yeah, that game was funny.
On brand.
Yeah, shout out. But I think that's it. We've probably
Mhm.
rambled for
You know,
way
it's a
longer.
short episode, so it's fine.
Anyways, we can move on to some plushie news.
Yeah.
Really not a ton of news for anyone that's already seen this, but the Makeship with a P.
He's really careful not to put T at the end there.
Yes, because if you say Makeship real quick, it sounds like it's
Yeah.
not ship.
You should just not have me say it because we already know I'll sound sus.
Yeah. Anyways, did you spot a few cuddly characters in the background of our Summer Summit live stream?
That was like
Well,
5 months ago. I don't even remember.
yeah, that was like 100 months ago, and also you did a actual giveaway on stream multiple times for these things that were in the quote unquote background
Yeah.
of the stream.
This text doesn't even make sense.
Anyways, we've collaborated with our new plush partner, Makeship. I don't know who they had before, but they sucked apparently.
They didn't have anyone.
Yeah, to bring you 4 iconic old school characters in plush form. Snuggle up to Neve, the wise old man, Bob the cat, or the gnome child. But be quick, once they're gone. Shout out to the 2 dead characters. Spoiler alert.
Don't say which ones.
These limited the gnome child. These limited edition plushies will only be available during the 4-week Makeship campaign. So you can only buy these for 4 weeks. It'll be gone on September 20th, which is coming up here in just a couple weeks. So.
I'm poor, but this is very tempting.
Yeah, get them while you can. They'll be gone for literally ever. The plushies are planned to ship in December. For more info, blah blah blah. Check out the details if you care about if you care about more details. You can see them in store technically.
Yeah, you can also get osrs.game/makeship. But you could also get discount codes.
Yeah, if you buy multiple, you get to save a little bit of money. So 5% for 2 plushies,
which is an insanely small discount. Let me just.
It's more than 0.
It is more than 0.
10% for 3 plushies and 15% if you get all 4.
Nice.
Or you could just buy 4 of the same one. It technically doesn't say you have to do, or it actually kind of does say you have to get all 4. But anyways.
I was thinking, what's it called? Like a harem, like women just surrounding you.
Oh yeah.
I was like, just buy 4 and even have your own little Neve harem.
Yeah, one of my favorite anime genres.
Okay.
So, like we said, we do have the wise old man, Gilnor's greatest,
just a little gentleman.
and most stylish hero.
Look at his little feet.
He does have little feet, just like you. In plush form, whether you're battling pesky sea trolls or robbing Drainer Bank, the wise old man is the perfect cuddly companion. We also have Neve. We have Neve. So obviously she's rocking the spear, bandos, and lava cape.
She doesn't even have the spirit shield.
No, spear.
Oh, yeah. That's the hosta.
Yeah, which is a spear.
Yeah, she has the plush hosta that you could take off. It's removable.
Yes, it is removable. And also, we have Bob the cat.
He's just a little cat. He's just a black cat with a collar that says Bob.
Yeah, the fluffy feline that traveled all over Gilnor in search of adventure, but now he's ready for a good cuddle.
I would give him cuddles.
Cuddle with the dirt. Gnome child. So the Dread Prophet has arrived in plush form.
The Dread Prophet.
That's literally what they said. I didn't make this up. The Dread Prophet.
That's the best title you could ever give anyone.
This particular gnome child plush is under strict instruction not to say anything too creepy. So he's perfect for a good cuddle or a last-minute sacrifice to your sea serpent of choice.
Yeah, and he's holding a little batata or whatever the heck, I almost said a different word, whatever they are they make in the gnome stronghold, and in his back pocket he has a little toad that you could take out.
He does have a little toad in his back pocket. Kind of cool.
I think I'd want the gnome child just because you could take out the little frog.
Yeah. So relatively cool. Also, I think I said that you can check out their like real life store, but no, it's actually just their shipping store. So you can't see these in real life, but you can definitely just look at them on the website, and that will be plenty.
Yeah, how much do they even cost?
They go for $30.
Oh.
$29.99 US dollars.
I kind of thought they might be more expensive.
Yeah, obviously if you get 15% off, then it would be, what's that, $4.50 off of any or all of the plushies if you get all 4 of them. So $4.50 off each. So a grand total of I think like $18 off of your $120 order.
I've made a solemn promise to myself since I stopped working in retail. I will not figure out how much percents are off.
Oh, I always just do 10%, which is easy
And
because
then do
it's
half of
and
10%
then
at it.
exactly.
That's what I used to do.
Yeah. But yeah, it says that already 1,300 of Bob the Cat, for example, has been sold, and there's still
Wait, I want to
14
see
days
which one.
left.
I want to see which one sold the most.
Which one has sold the most? That is the Wise
Whoa,
Old Man
by
in
a
a
lot.
upset. In an upset, he's sold 1675.
Huge.
Quite a large
Weird
amount.
one. Neve has sold the least amount. I thought Neve would be more popular.
I actually didn't see that. I didn't think she'd be more popular. I thought she'd be more popular than the gnome. I thought the gnome child would be more popular. And then I thought Bob would be the most.
I thought Bob would be the most because he's the most
I
traditional.
thought the Wise Old Man would be the least.
Yeah, honestly. Because
But
at least like the gnome, okay, Bob is like the most normal plush and you love it. Gnome Child and Neve, though, they both have stuff that you could remove. The Wise Old Man, I don't think you could remove anything from it. So he doesn't have
yeah.
anything special. He's just a cute little guy.
Yeah.
I love them all. I would take all of them if I had the money. But I am surprised a little bit by how they sold.
Yeah, so we have Wise Old Man at 837%.
This is funded percentage, by the way.
Yeah, that's relatively.
Yes.
It means he's in the lead with Bob at 686, Gnome Child at 542, and close behind Neve at 522. So
Click Neve real quick. I want to see. So Gnome Child, it was like 1,600 sold. Dang, 600 less for Neve at 1,000.
No, the Wise Old Man was 1,600.
Yeah, so 600 less though.
Yeah.
Wow.
Definitely.
Dang, I feel bad for Neve. Go by Neve.
Yeah, and then also, if you want, you can also purchase the production design. I don't know exactly what that
if you make your own plushes, I guess.
Yeah, maybe if you make your own, then you get that. It's an extra $4. So
you know what? I think that this website they might make it so you have designs and they make stuffed animals for you or plushes. I wonder if that's saying like they give you the design and you can make. No, you can't make more. They wouldn't let you do that. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was thinking out loud. But yeah, they're all so cute. Someone buy me one, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll take
Also
any.
on top of that, this place has like campaigns for tons of other games and stuff like that, or other shows. So if there's other stuff you want to buy, I mean, they seems like a pretty decent place to get plushies if you're into that.
Yeah,
So
they have really cute, and I think that most, if not all, are like references to stuff too.
yeah, exactly. But yeah, so that is it for plushies. Make
Mm-hmm.
sure to get them while supplies last. And we are back.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of an update.
Yes. Well, not actually anything cool. I just wanted to say last night I did a.
Foolish for us to think it was cool.
Well, I thought he was gonna be casual and be like, "Yeah, did you do anything yesterday?" Not like a little bit of an update. I was gonna say I got 5 Muspassiers.
Wow! Round of applause, everyone.
Round of
Only
applause.
the best could have achieved such a feat.
And I greenlogged creature creation. Thanks, Ivor. And I did Castle Wars, and it was really fun.
Yeah.
The first round was so fun because we were winning. The second round we were losing. And Kofly was on the opposing team and pep talked everyone before saying, "Oh, target Bunebape, like go get her." And everyone was targeting me. And I told people on my team, like, get Kofly, he's gonna get me. And you know what they said? They're like, "Okay, that's your problem," and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's a skill
And then we
issue.
lost. We lost by so much. So if we'd come together as a team, maybe we would have been fine.
Yeah, probably not, but maybe.
Maybe. Anyway, I'm ready to move on.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't have any updates. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, I did Volcanic Mine. You guys will be happy to know. People have been telling me to do Volcanic Mine.
Yeah, what'd you think about it?
I thought it was really fun. I only did like a couple rounds. I still don't totally have the hang of it, but I think it's really fun, and I plan on doing more in the future. I actually plan on doing more tonight when I edit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, Volcanic Mine on Fossil Island, actually a pretty decent mining XP method.
Yes.
If you can stomach doing it.
It's fun. You say it like you're gonna like barf.
No, I mean, I don't personally like doing things that other people think are fun. So I'm just saying, if you like doing it, then you get rewarded for doing it. So
Okay.
pretty simple. She's always reading into what I have to say.
How would you read into the Dead Man Apocalypse notes? Oh, segue
Wow,
queen.
your first ever good segue.
I've had good
we have
segues.
Dead Man
That's-
Apocalypse. Today marks the halfway point. Well, not today, but a few days ago marks the halfway point of Dead Man Apocalypse. It's
You're like,
been a
this blog came
blast.
out 9 days ago.
Yeah, this is actually 3 weeks old.
We're just kidding.
Dead Man Apocalypse. It's been a blast seeing you all get involved in this apocalyptic spin on the iconic game mode. How was your time in Dead Man? Moving
As you
on.
know.
As you know, to keep things fair, we're taking a hands-off approach to tweaks and improvements, but we're committed to fixing major issues.
I like that you could like hear the skiller in you because you wanted so badly to say Teeks there. I
No,
heard
I
it.
just misspoke.
No, you're
Today,
obsessed.
we've made changes to a handful of multi-way combat breach locations. Some of the spawning points for these breaches were a bit closer to single-way combat than intended, and some players were able to take advantage of the situation to tackle these breaches in relative safety.
Extra
Breach,
makes me wish I'd gone on earlier.
yeah, you
Because I
messed up.
do still want to do a breach before it ends.
Well, you don't have much longer.
I know. I don't.
Anyways, breach spawns near the Tithe Farm, north of the Grand Exchange, and north of the KBD lair have all been adjusted. We've also removed the potential spawn north of Falador altogether.
Just completely gone.
Don't worry, if you're not ready to risk it all in the multi-way combat breach, there are plenty of singles breaches you can try instead. Again, these only happen 4 times a day. Also, in this week's update, we've extended Nigel's extraordinary XP toggling powers to banks across Gilnor.
Makes sense.
You'll now
Kind of that
find
was a thing.
a handy toggle XP option on the Dead Man chest that you've primarily used to open your loot keys. That'll save you schlepping back to Lumbridge every time you want to change things up. Additionally, we're taking a few more worlds out of the mix, aka almost all of them. Just kidding.
No.
No, they did take one of each bracket though.
2 of the first bracket. Actually.
Yeah, 2 of the first bracket, so that's going to be 407, 440, and they also removed one of each of the other brackets, being 438, 411, 410, and 409.
Cool.
All US West.
What did we do to wrong you? I don't understand.
Anyways, as the I mean, it makes sense as the tournament is winding down.
It's dwindling down.
The next 2 changes concern teleporting. Firstly, the Ring of Life will no longer be able to teleport players during combat in Deadman. While this is expected behavior in the main game, we don't allow Deadman to teleport in combat at all. And
That'd
the Ring
be
of Life
really funny to just be like,
right?
peace.
Just
Just
like,
disappear.
Goodbye. Anyways, they're removing it because previously this could be used to circumvent this restriction. So to keep things fair, they're removing it. Removing the effect of the Ring of Life, that is, not the actual ring.
Yeah.
Also, the defense skill cape, they're removing the effects, and they're actually removing the effects of the escape crystal.
Nice.
So shout out to all you hardcore deadmans.
I know, I was thinking that too, actually. In the back of my head, I was like, wonder if that's a thing.
No, probably not.
They're just skillers.
We've also made a change to the Trinket of Fairies, namely, it is now subject to the same restrictions as Dragonstone Jewelry and the Seed Pod, and cannot be used past level 30 ability. You'll need to get your running shoes out if you've been caught at the Ice Plateau. So obviously this is like different areas that usually have different rules.
Yeah, wilderness, you're not supposed to be able to tele anywhere if you're that far.
Yeah, exactly. Last and probably also least, we made the sigil of the Feral Fighter less spammy. Now, if your game chat is set to filtered, you won't receive any chat messages every time the sigil is about to activate. If you happen to love spam, which we won't judge, and have been relying on these messages during combat, feel free to change your game chat settings to the relevant settings menu. So that's pretty much it. Next Monday marks the start of the finale week. Enjoy the chaos while it lasts, and see you at the actual finale, Saturday, September 16th.
No, you won't, because we'll be out of town.
I will actually be out of town, and I will not watch the finale, more than likely.
We will be with family.
Yeah. I don't know if it is. Well, it's gonna be at like a not good time, so we probably won't watch it for that reason. But I would probably normally watch it if I was home.
Well, if we have nothing, if we're not doing anything, we can watch it on my phone.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so not much else going on with Deadman. Really, just a few changes, which is good. I'm glad they didn't change a bunch of stuff, like change up the meta or something.
I don't know if they mention it later, but because there is a big cash prize, they can't really change too much. Like legally, they can't change much. Well, because then it's like shady. Like they said, like British fair play laws or something. I don't know. I think we'll get to that later. I thought that they already mentioned it. I don't know where it was in the notes, but that was a thing.
Anyways, yeah, so that is pretty cool. Overall, hopefully Deadman goes well. I hope the finale goes well, because
last year was a mess.
I don't think anyone wants to do a rerun again.
No, no one liked that.
No, literally not a single person. Anyways, we have some further updates.
Yeah, so tomorrow, which is actually today, The Jagex launcher will receive a fresh coat of paint. This change is entirely cosmetic as it brings a new look and feel to the launcher. Alongside this update, we're also happy to announce that the community-led HDOS client will also be available to use directly from the launcher too.
Finally.
Yeah, I never played with it, but I know a lot of people do. If you already have the HDOS client installed, it will show as an available option for you in the client selection dropdown. Want to give HDOS a try? You can find out more, including a link to download it in these notes, which we'll link in the description.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you haven't already tried out the launcher, now's a great time to do so. So they keep saying, coupled with Jagex accounts, it's the safest and most secure way to play old school. We recently added additional functionality such as importing up to 20 characters under one login, enhanced account security, including stronger passwords, protection against brute force attempts, email notifications, required two-factor, improved recovery process, including backup codes, remembered sessions, easily import characters they may have forgotten about, 20 additional bank spaces.
Wow.
For more information on Jack's account, they have an old blog post from back from July. We talked about it expansively on the podcast.
Yeah, just essentially like if you are used to things like the client for like the Epic Games client or the Blizzard client for Activision client, which is kind of one of the same, then it's pretty much the same thing. You know, you just have your name, a hashtag for your number, and then you can access your games without having to log in every time because it remembers you.
Imagine.
And it actually, if for anyone that still doesn't know somehow, this is what allows you to have like dynamic not
case sensitive
passwords. More interesting passwords, because currently they're not case sensitive. They don't allow certain characters, and they're
really weird.
Yeah, a lot better. And the brute force thing is like a way that people can block you out of your account.
Yeah, if you try to log in over and over again, they can make it so you can't try to log in anymore.
Yeah, really annoying.
So, I remember I had to delete a video before because I had my like login username showing on the screen, and then I found out about the brute force thing, and I was like, oh, I have to delete a whole video.
You cannot change your username in RuneScape
it's
for some reason.
Weird. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyways, just a bunch of extra security things. So
on the horizon.
Maybe check it out.
There's more though.
Yes, on the horizon. Wow. Yeah, sure. Since this week's update has been a little quiet, we thought we'd give you a quick update on what we're working on behind the scenes, which is nice because this is kind of
not much going on this week.
Kind of a lame week in the literal sense. Ongoing poll.
Oh, like doesn't talk?
No, lame is like slow.
I thought lame also meant you can't speak.
No,
it's dumb.
Oh.
No, I'm not even joking.
Yeah, no, like a lame horse is a horse that's like limping. It's slow.
Oh. Okay, but dumb is like you strike dumb, you know, like you can't talk because you're so shocked.
You mean dumbstruck?
Yeah, but I mean like I think that dumb is a thing. I remember doing a biography on Helen Keller in middle school, and I think I said she was blind, deaf, and dumb or whatever, and someone started crying in my class. Because we were like 9.
All right.
And I was like, no, she couldn't talk.
Let us know what dumb means.
I don't know. I just, frickin' flashback. The bleep there. Flashback to someone crying in middle school because I said that. But I don't know if that's correct. Also, I don't know if that's mean to say. If that's messed up, sorry. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, that's why we can't allow her outside. She just starts yelling crazy
I went outside today. We went to the mall.
Ongoing poll. So the leagues for rewards and the Scar Essence mine. Yet again, kind of just whatever on the Scar Essence mine.
Yeah, I think I might skipped it, to be honest.
Yeah, it's kind of like whatever. Like it'll
be nice
cool.
later.
It'd be cool if I was like a maxed Iron Man or something like that. Besides that, I don't really care. Also, leagues for rewards, all of those passed.
Are cool. No, it's not done yet.
Really? I thought they all passed.
No, it's done tomorrow.
Oh, was I thinking of the other poll that they all passed?
Yeah, the poll 80.
Yeah, poll 80 passed.
I was like, you liar.
Anyways, I suspect all the leagues for rewards will pass.
I'm a little worried for the shield. The Zuck shield.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but I saw a lot of people saying that they liked it. So
yeah.
Either way, these polls do close tomorrow, Friday. So by the time you hear this, you'll have a little bit of time, or it'll probably be closed.
Yeah.
Also, next week.
Yeah, next week, big things coming.
Yeah.
So at our summer summit.
At our summit.
summit. We spoke about our next iconic quest backport, Path of Gloffery. We'll be putting an old school spin on this classic continuation of the gnome storyline with overhauled versions of warped tortoises and warped tearbirds. You can now look forward to more quality of life than ever when taking on these unsettling new foes, as well as an updated drop table, rebalanced stats, and a chance at the warped scepter.
A chance.
A chance. A brand new powered staff whose power sits between Ivan's Blast and the Trident of the Seas. For more info, you could go back to our Summer Summit episode or read their blog notes on it. But make sure to get your question boots on next week for a whole host of gnome antics without any monkey business.
Yeah, actually coming a little bit faster than I anticipated.
Really fast. Yeah, because I mean, they had it all ready to go and stuff.
Yeah, still. I mean, they only like talked about it, I feel like 2 weeks ago, and they already have it ready to
And
go.
I love it. Also, I think it's funny that they're like unsettling new foes, aka a twisted turtle. And I'm like, I wonder.
A tortoise. You sound foolish.
Yeah, but to say turtle sounds sillier.
Okay.
Like, I wonder what these little turtles are going to look like.
Speaking of turtles, we have Varlamore.
So, okay, elaborate. Why is that speaking of turtles?
Because like you don't really know what's going on in the shell of a turtle. Like we don't really know what's going on in Valamore.
I feel like if you looked it up, we could figure out what's going on in the shell of a turtle right now.
But that's part of the allure. Like you don't want to know.
You don't want to know what's going on in the shell.
Hurts the turtle, and so we just want to let it naturally come out of its shell.
I saw something. I don't know if it's real, and it said that turtle's flesh is part of their shell.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
They're not in it.
So like I said, turtles
are
Varlamore.
Shells.
It'll soon be time for us to journey to Varlamore, the vast, unexplored continent. And I like they said soon. All right, let's calm down. Soon TM.
I mean, they said this year, 3 more months.
In our first batch, you can expect the Hunter Guild, the Perilous Moons Quest, and the Fortis Coliseum. Along with a few other bits and bobs, we'll be kicking off community consultation for these 3 major updates very soon. So keep an eye out for your chance to get involved. So pretty cool.
Seems like I don't even remember what else they talked about. Those are like the main 3 that I remember, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, because those are the only 3 things they're adding.
No, but they said they're, I thought they said they're starting out with. Okay,
no, yeah, those are the only 3 things
like that's all
adding.
they talked about.
Yeah, that is all they talked about. You're right, actually.
Shush.
Good job.
Anyway, Poll 80 changes. Undoubtedly, there are many of you waiting on the last bits of Poll 80, which I think was pulled 17 years ago.
Yeah.
Rest assured that they are coming, but that while Deadman Mode Apocalypse is ongoing, we're trying to avoid adding much main game content that's likely to impact the tournament. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. This is a decision that we've had to make for fairness, UK competition laws, and in particular, for more PvP-oriented changes, in particular the reworked wilderness bosses, to let people enjoy Deadman before coming back to try them in the regular wilderness, and of course, feature Deadman events. So Poll 80 changes are on the way, and make sure to keep an eye out for them after Apocalypse wraps up. So there is like laws that they have to.
I guess that makes sense, but also, I mean,
we're all suffering for Deadman.
The thing is, you already have entirely different profiles for the Deadman server. Why doesn't the Deadman server just have an entirely isolated, like actual physical server, so you can like
play on your account too,
update the production main game without it affecting this entirely separate thing? Like 99% of the player base doesn't care about what's happening in Deadman. That's
True.
not a good excuse. Anyways, Forestry Part 2.
This part annoyed me.
Oh, well, who would have thought? On a sadder note, we've made the decision to cancel the upcoming Forestry Part 2 beta so we can focus on the mobile TLI update.
What?
We'll also be using this time to get our existing beta world shipshape for upcoming bigger and more impactful betas.
Do you think that they broke the betas and that they're just lying at this point?
I do.
Like, what?
Yeah, I do. Rest assured, we've learned plenty from Forestry Part 1. Surely you have. Surely you realize the 2-handed axes suck. And definitely don't need input on that.
It sucks because there's going to be so many hotfixes initially that could have been avoided if they did a beta.
Yeah.
There's always hotfixes anyway, but even more.
Forestry Part 2 was like one of the most controversial posts recently. So it's really good that there's no beta.
Yeah.
Rest assured, we learned plenty from Forestry Part 1, and we'll be aiming for a much healthier spread of XP rates for the new events coming in Part 2. Notice how they don't talk about how everyone hates the energy changes for the 2-handed axe.
Yeah. They will rest assured. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Plus, in case you forgot, Forestry Part 2 will not include any teas.
I just know that there's still going to be people tweeting saying, we don't want teas. And they're like, they're gone.
I want 2-handed axes to be able to like use for combat. and because the only one we have in the whole entire game is Darox, right?
Elder
Well,
Mall. Well,
except for
that's kind of
the brand new
axy.
one,
Yeah.
the Soul Reaper
Yeah.
axe or
God, I want the
whatever
Soul
it is.
Reaper. I can't think of any more
Yeah,
either.
exactly. I'm
Garox.
like,
Garox?
G-
Darox?
yeah, Darox, the one I said.
I don't go to Barrows. I don't know their name.
Yeah, Guthin and Darox had a child. It's Garox.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, it'd be cool if they could just use them for combat
I
because,
was fine with it even just being cosmetic. The effects are so weird.
yeah,
I mean,
I
we'll
don't
see how it
know.
goes once it's added, but they're weird.
I don't know. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, it'll be won't be by anytime soon. So we'll see.
We'll see. There are some other changes that happened with this week's update. This one is actually a really nice quality of life one. So the dialogue box pop-up for Star Slayer task will no longer default to regular Star task if closed prematurely. Instead, you'll be able to chat to your Slayer master and make your choice again. So if you guys didn't know, previously you had to keep talking to him and be like, click and be like, yes, I want to have a Jad test instead. I accidentally clicked off of that once before and I had to be stuck with this Star on accident.
Yeah.
So it's really annoying. That's a really nice thing. It's kind of lame that you had to like keep talking to them initially.
That is annoying, but also those are actually a pretty good task.
I did it and it was scary. Everyone was attacking me. I think I must have been doing it wrong. Every
Yeah.
attack style was attacking me.
Oh yeah,
It
you
was
definitely
scary.
you can easily just like safe spot them.
Oh yeah, I did one task and it was really scary.
No, yeah.
And I had to tele out at first to get more food.
You definitely did it wrong.
Yeah, whoops. But anyway, note that if you run off and accidentally kill a regular star without making a decision, your task will default to the regular task. So watch out where you're aiming that ice barrage. Those of you who are currently regents in the Kingdom of Miscellanea will be glad to know that your subjects now attend to your various whims at exactly midnight each day, instead of whatever time you initially completed the quest. I didn't know that it was even set like that before, actually.
Yeah.
But I do think it's funny to imagine all these commoners waking up at midnight and be like, okay, we gotta go chop some trees for Bunebape. We gotta go do this real quick.
Yeah.
Strike at midnight. Incidentally, this timer is rounded up, so upon your next login, you should find an extra day's worth of resources waiting for you.
Whoa, log in.
Whoa, log in? Because you could get logs. Anyway.
You're banned.
Finally, we've adjusted a symbol on one of the chests in the Stronghold security in line with other changes made to medical theme models throughout the game.
Ooh, because you know why?
Were they getting sued by Red Cross or something?
Probably not sued, but it is against the Geneva Convention
to have it
use white crosses in a game.
Really?
Or anywhere, actually.
I thought Red Cross was a Red Cross, though.
Or is it red?
It's called Red Cross.
Or is it white? Is it just crosses in general?
No, because I played Castle Wars and they had it. I played Castle Wars and they had it.
Every cross.
Anyway.
No, they actually changed those.
Are they not crosses?
I don't think so.
What was it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're talking about the first aid packs, right?
Yeah, the first aid packs in RuneScape. Are they not crosses?
First aid pack OSRS?
Yeah.
First aid box.
That's...
No,
they're
look at
stars!
Yeah, they're stars. I told you, they changed them.
Oh.
Crosses are
comply with
illegal
Article 53 of the 1949 Geneva Convention.
Yeah, so red crosses. I think even a lot of games won't even do white crosses because
just in case, too close.
So yeah, no crosses in anything actually.
That is so interesting because it's deception or something.
No, just because that's like their thing. Like
but
they want it to be like a global thing.
A recognized symbol.
If you see a red cross, you should be like, oh, that is like a good thing.
Oh.
Like that is
very interesting.
Yeah, that's like a thing I am okay with.
Okay, weird.
Yeah.
How funny. I didn't even notice last night. Yeah, I guess that they were stars.
It's well, I guess not universal, but it is one of the few fairly universal laws.
That's kind of cool. I mean, really random and kind of funny that they did that one so late, but kind of cool.
Yeah. And also to end it off, Zerker week for PvP Arena.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. Honestly, not much going on this week, like they said.
Really not much.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, there's a
Q&A, I guess.
There's a new update for Last Epoch if anyone plays action RPG games.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like Diablo.
Okay. Yeah, I probably will not be playing that.
Yeah, Diablo 4 sucks, man. Sometimes I think about it. Anyways, let's move on to some.
Just get upset.
Let's move on to some questions.
Yeah, our first question is from YouTube, from Mandy, actually.
Mando.
So, Desert Treasure 2 has been out for a month now. What are your thoughts on the bosses? Are they too difficult? Which ones do you enjoy, hate? Do you like the vestige drop system? You could answer the drop system part at least.
I can answer all of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to answer first or me?
Sure.
Go for it.
So I think the bosses are okay. To be fair, I haven't looked at how much money you make per hour,
Robert hasn't done
surprisingly.
any of these bosses.
So I haven't done any of them. I have
Mhm.
watched all of them many times. I haven't done any of them. They are definitely significantly harder generally than things like Vorkath, but I still think the Money Dragon gives you more per hour technically.
I don't
Do you
know.
think? What do you think?
I think because the big drops, it will probably even out to be more money
It might
from
even
the other
out.
ones.
That being said, speaking of drops, I kind of hate the loot system.
The vestige one?
Yeah,
I don't like the vestige
I kind
still.
of hate them a lot.
Well, I wish that I haven't done many KC anywhere, you know, like I'm not expecting the drop anytime soon. But I wish that there was a way to tell when you have your little like strikes already.
Yeah,
Like without giving to you, like say something in the chat, I wish that that was a thing. Don't hate it, but I don't really like it either.
yeah.
You hate it.
I hate it. And on top of that, I think for the robes being
Well, the
not
ropes just
even,
drop normal.
I know, but I was gonna say for the robes not being even, relatively, I guess relatively they kind of are, but they're not best in slot. They're exceedingly rare.
They're very rare. I didn't realize how
Very
rare they
rare.
were. It's like over 1,000 drop
Yeah,
rate.
it's one out of I think like
Yeah,
1,300 or
depending which boss,
depending
of
on which
course.
boss you go for. It's a lot. I've seen multiple people. I mean, obviously you can say this for anything, but I've seen multiple people over 2,000-3,000 kills with either like one or none,
That's scary.
which is like kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's
So
very, very rare.
I don't think they're good enough to be that rare.
Yeah, I think it might be one of the best in slot for Inferno now. It's best in slot somewhere or
Yeah,
nearly best in slot because I remember
I
seeing it
mean
on the wiki, but I've been doing a lot of content lately.
anywhere
So.
that you could like abuse ancients, it'll probably be best in slot.
True. So Inferno.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely good, no doubt, but I mean, you could, I guess, in my, like, from what I've seen, it looks like you could arguably get close to, like, getting full ancestral in the same amount of time.
Depends how fast your raids are.
Yeah, exactly.
Raids could be a long time. I still haven't gotten full ancestral in almost 600 KC, and that's like 600 hours.
Yeah, obviously it depends on how, like, dry or not you go, but I mean, the fact that
Yeah,
it's, like, even approaching it
it's kind of weird.
is, like, weird for me.
Okay, that's fair,
And
I think.
that's not even calculating that the vestige, the ring thing sucks.
The ring thing I
Straight
just
up.
don't like.
The ring thing
Yeah.
is awful. But yeah.
I understand where they're coming from, but I'm not a fan.
I think also my favorite boss is probably the Whisperer.
Because the fight's pretty cool.
I think it looks cool. And I think like the
Yeah,
mechanics are like difficult but not too difficult.
I agree.
Where I think like the Leviathan mechanics are just annoying.
Yes.
Like I would never be like, "Oh, this is fun." It
I
just
actually have been liking it
seems
now.
annoying. Nah, I'm good. I hate bosses where you like the whole thing is moving around. Like some of that is fine, but like that's the whole reason I didn't farm Sarah for a really long time because the whole fight is like, oh,
That's
can
why you
you?
like Vorkath because you only have to move during the poison.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
moving. There's also like more interesting mechanics.
Yeah. Sarah, you have to run around the room.
Yeah, not more interesting, but like simple, but like
Impactful.
yeah, like you can min max them as well, which is nice. And Vardorf's is too easy. So is Duke.
He hasn't done any of these, remember?
Yeah, from what I've seen, obviously. But yeah, Whisperer seems like it's fairly difficult, but not like super difficult.
Do
I
you think
would
that any are too difficult?
I think Leviathan honestly is a little too difficult, mostly because it has an enrage. If it didn't have an enrage, it's the only boss with an enrage. Right?
They all get kind of crazy at the end. No, they all have something at the end. It's except for I don't know if Duke really does. No, they do. It's just like minor. Whisper and
Okay.
Leviathan
I
are the most
guess
noticeable.
I guess do you hit the enrage every time you fight him?
Yes.
Really? For those other two?
For well, for Whisper and
Damn.
Vardorpus for sure, because they get like more crazy all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, Vardorvis, you can kill him with only moving to 3 different tiles, so I don't even think that matters.
No, it gets more overwhelming. There's more axes coming, and sometimes you have to move more than those 3 tiles depending where the axes are. And also, you have to like do your prayer and stuff.
Okay,
Vardorvis is like not that hard of a fight, but it moves very quick.
I was gonna say, I guess like the other ones technically have an enrage, but it's not an Enrage like Leviathan.
Only Whisper is similar. Whisper, maybe you haven't seen the Enrage, but like,
No, I've seen like okay, I've only seen like 30 kills of Whisperer, but I
mhm.
haven't. None of them were enraged,
The
as far as I could
last
tell.
like 120 hit points, it takes you into the Shadow Realm, so you're losing sanity the entire time rather than some of the time. And if you lose too much sanity, like I don't know if you die or you just don't hit. The tentacles are coming up wherever you move, so you can't stay in the same
Mm,
spot anymore. You have to keep running in
yeah.
circles around it,
Okay.
and you have to switch prayers more frequently.
Oh, that's funny. I
Yeah.
watched so many. Maybe I just
Well,
like
people are just so good that you don't
yeah,
notice.
maybe I just like looked away at
Leviathan,
the
you
end
could
of every
tell
fight.
because it looks different. There's stuff falling the entire time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whisper, if you didn't know, like, if you didn't pay attention to the tentacles, like, you probably wouldn't notice.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess in that case, I still like Whisperer's mechanics the most, but
Mm-hmm.
generally I'm just like not a big fan of enrage mechanics
Yeah, they annoy me.
unless it's like time
But I
based
don't
where
know if
it's
that's a skill
like
issue.
you definitely should have killed this boss by this time. It's gonna start enraging. Like that, I guess, kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like, it's kind of
It's kind
I
of a
think
thing.
it's dumb when it happens every time.
It's kind of something that they've been doing a lot. Like, Muspa is like similar. Now they've been doing a lot of Muspa last night. Like, it does the shield and then stuff at the end
Yeah,
to make it like a little harder. It's
Th-
like everything has something different at the end now rather than the middle
that one
only.
even Muspa actually has like two enrages. It has a soft enrage, which is the
Shield. Oh,
no the
the
spikes.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah,
then it does like the little blow up ground.
yeah.
It does a lot.
I don't know, cause like no other bosses have that, and I think
I think it's a newer thing.
yeah, for example, I think like TOB has like some of the best designed bosses in the game, and like none of them really have one except for
Versic.
Zarpus.
Oh, the screech. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. True.
Well, yeah, just the whole ground gets covered in like spit, right?
Yeah. Nilo's, I guess. I mean, Nilo's just gets overwhelming. I don't know if that's really
Yeah,
an rage.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like not a super well made mechanic. They're like, all right, cool. The boss gets to this point. Hopefully, you like know this part really well because it's about to suck.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about it. In general. I don't know if it's just a skill issue though that makes me wish like it wasn't always a thing.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
I
don't
don't
know, but I mean,
know.
I haven't done it, so I mean, obviously,
True.
I don't know for sure.
But for me, I think that all the bosses are really fun. I think Vardorvis is my least favorite now, just because it's so quick. I struggle with it the most.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
You should watch me do it.
No, I'm good. I watched who did I
You
watched
remember? I watched a cold one.
no, I watched Sync do it, which I think he got the world record for the fastest blood torva.
Not Robert saying, "Yeah, it's easy," and then watching people who get like world records.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna like I said, I don't watch people that are like not good at the game. It's not interesting to me to watch like B tier gameplay. It just isn't.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
and definitely not whatever tier your gameplay is.
Okay,
So.
you really didn't have to add the extra part at the end, but you chose to. Anyway, I think they're all really fun. Vardorvis is my least favorite, but I don't think any of them are necessarily too difficult. The enraged phases are kind of annoying, but I don't think that they're too bad once you get used to it. Like Leviathan was kind of a pain for me to get used to, but now I'm fairly used to it. I will say if I had worse gear though, I would hate the enraged phase. Like if I didn't have the web weaver, that would suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, the one I've been enjoying the most lately is Leviathan, and then Duke, and then Whisper, and then Vardorvis. Whisper, I think, is like the coolest looking and stuff for
Yeah.
sure, and like the prettiest room by far. But I think the reason it's so far down the list is just because I don't go there much.
Yeah.
Leviathan, I think I have the most, second most Cassia, and then Duke. Duke is just like kind of goofy.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I don't love the prep phase, but
Yeah, the prep phase is dumb.
I kind of got used to the prep phase because
Yeah.
the mechanics of the fight are so easy that it kind of evens out in a way.
It's not the same, but it kind of reminiscent for me of like corporeal, where like you have to like spec him like a trillion times. It's kind of like, oh, I get this, but it's also dumb.
Anything we have to do a little prep first.
Yeah.
Whenever we were doing trio, we were just doing like the single spec and staying. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
way more chill.
It's definitely way more chill, but it's, infinitely
Takes
easier
longer.
if you do the other way.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. But I don't know, it's just kind of weird.
Yeah, I like that question. That was like an all-inclusive question. And the
Yeah.
vestige drops, not a fan, but it's
No,
whatever.
it's dumb.
Anyway, we have a couple more questions. The first one is gonna be from Matt over on Discord. So Matt said, I thought of a new high-level prayer and would like your thoughts. The prayer would allow players to conceal their hit points bar for as long as the prayer is activated. That means the opponent in a PvP situation couldn't see how many hit points the player has left. I think that might be a bit overpowered, so maybe you would have to have a very fast prayer drain. I think that sounds so fun until you said the overpowered thing, and I was like, oh, that is kind of too overpowered, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know how fast it would have to have a drain to make it worth it. But I do think that the idea of it's fun because you can't just telly out if you're losing or like run away if you're losing because you don't know.
Yeah.
The idea of it's kind of fun. I think it's kind of cool.
I think it's interesting. It's funny because there's this exact same thing exists in Black Desert.
Oh.
Actually, it was one of the first things they introduced in the game. It's an MTX, and
Oh.
so like you get your regular gear in Black Desert, and then you have your fashion gear that you put over it.
Nice.
And so you can look like a knight or whatever. But there was a set of gear, and I've bought this before, and what it does is it conceals your name and your health.
Oh,
So like if you get really
interesting.
close and start hitting someone, it'll show their health, but
Yeah.
from far away, you can't see it. And it's like it's not really camouflage, but the gear is like leaves.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, so you look like you're kind of blending
Blending
in if
in,
you're in
yeah.
like a green
It's
area.
actually kind of fun.
Yeah, and you can get a gray one for the desert as well.
Nice.
And it's pretty cool. It's actually a lot stronger than you would think.
I was gonna say I feel like that shouldn't be viable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds maybe too good to be viable.
It is really strong,
Mm-hmm.
especially in this game. It's more stronger in this game
In
for
RuneScape?
sure. Yeah, in
Yeah.
RuneScape. Because there's no like KO in Black Desert. Usually you just get someone, you stun them and you explode their body and they die.
Yeah.
But yeah, in Black Desert when the entirety of a fight usually is just how well you can KO someone.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably just so powerful no one would want it in the game because it'd be impossible to balance.
Yeah.
It'd be like, all right, you can use this for 1 second and it drains like 55 prayer per
I know.
second.
I don't know how it could work fairly.
Yeah.
But I do think it'd be fun to have done that during like Bounty Hunter, for example, because Bounty Hunter, like, you know, everyone leaves as soon as their specs are done.
Yeah.
I think it'd be kind of cool to not see each other's health.
I agree. I think I was thinking maybe you could balance it around like this effect occurs once every like 5 ticks for 2 ticks or something like that.
Okay.
Like your health will like periodically disappear for a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's not like gone, but you like maybe don't know if they ate or if they're
and you
taking...
need to know that second.
Yeah, or maybe they do it, yeah, just in the right time where like they have it off and you're like, did they eat or are they about to spec me?
Yeah.
So it's like
True.
not like it would, you know, make or break a lot of fights, but it'd be like kind of an interesting thing. Or like you said, probably the best thing would be to just add it to a PvP specific thing.
A mini game.
Maybe like next Deadman or like another PvP tournament or just add it into arena to see how people like it.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun for mini games. I don't think it would get added as like its own thing officially in the wilderness.
Yeah, I think it's
a little too busted.
I think it's too strong.
Yeah. Our next question is from Harger over on Discord. So, what are your thoughts on a potential new transportation method being dragon riding?
Here we go again.
I love it. According to the OSRS wiki, there's a group of beings that followed Xeros at the end of the Second Age that could ride dragons. They are no more alive, or so we thought. Perhaps as part of a quest, you discover the art of dragon riding from a living ancestor of this tribe and use that as a new transport method between various new locations, all dragon related, like where the boss dragons are or metal dragons, etc. This group of beings is called Ilyanka? I don't know. Something like that. Oh, they even say no clue how it's pronounced. My in real life... Oh, there's an in real life question after. Okay, first answer this. What do you think of this as transport? I think it'd be hilarious.
I like it in a very particular situation. Would I be okay with this? Because this is just eagles, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is just eagles.
I don't know if it was you, Harger. Someone way back when asked us to come up with our own transportation method.
Yeah.
And we talked about eagles and stuff.
I think this would be cool, specifically if there was an animal husbandry skill.
Yeah. So you train your dragon?
Because it's like, oh, you're training animals. You know, you got a little salamander. You move up. You got a deer. You move up. You got like...
elephant. I was thinking something big.
I was going to think of like a tiger, like something deadly. from the zoo
Elephants can
or
be
from
deadly.
the Karamja.
From the zoo, sorry,
Yeah.
Karamja.
Well, they are probably in the zoo. I don't know. I don't know what's in the zoo. But yeah, like a tiger, and then you work your way up to like more deadly things, like maybe not a I mean maybe even a black demon. I don't know. Whatever's like on the
It's
black
just giving
demon.
like a piggyback ride.
Yeah, whatever's on the black demon level. And then eventually they're all like, "All right, cool, you're level like 88
Or 90.
or 93 because nothing else in the game is as high as
Let's
93."
make it crazy.
Just go to 93 and be like, well, 95 I guess for Hydra, right?
True. Make it 96.
Make it like 97. They're like, all right, cool. You get this dragon.
That'd be cool.
And it allows you to fly to like actually really sick locations.
Yeah. Relevant locations, but not anywhere.
Because the eagles suck.
The eagles, I don't even know if they're relevant at all.
No,
Like,
the
where would I
eagles
take
suck.
you?
Also, like the gnome gliders kind of suck.
I use them sometimes, not as much anymore.
The only thing that's relatively good are teleports and fairy rings.
And spirit trees.
Well, yeah, which are kind of, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But those are kind of, you can teleport to all those locations.
It's hard to find a use for Nutellies in this game. Like in Nutellies like that, you could add like a tablet, you know, like that's different.
Yeah.
But adding like a new thing, it's like where would the dragons even go, really?
Yeah, like maybe if you have a dragon and let's pretend they have like a burrowing effect, or maybe you can also tame a giant mole and then you can
flies.
and then you can like teleport to underground locations.
That'd be funny.
Or yeah, the dragon can take you to like, you know, different locations that are actually good or something like that. And that would make sense, like the top of a castle or something like that.
I'm just randomly feeling sad about how we could have had like taming as a skill.
Yeah.
That would have been kind of cool.
Would have been.
Would have been
kind of cool.
Different, but cool.
Yeah. That's the only way I would like this in the game, I guess.
I think I'd like it just for the animation styles. I don't know that it would get used much.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to find a way to get used. But the animations would look dope. Especially if you could choose them.
Yeah. It sucks because there are already so many encompassing ways to get around in RuneScape that adding a new one kind of just feels like, oh, why don't we just add more of what we already have?
True.
Or, you know, how do you make it unique?
Exactly. It's hard.
So that's why I'm like, I feel like you'd have to tie it to a skill and it'd have to be like, you know, something like that. But I don't know. Even then, I think people probably wouldn't be a big fan of it, but that's the only way I could think of it.
Yeah. Okay. So real life question from Harger. What is your favorite dragon? Could be in RuneScape, movie, book, etc. Mine would be the one from Shrek. Strong one.
That's hot.
And then Matt said, why? That dragon has no personality. Smough is better. Smaug. And then Harger said, true. I just find Donkey's relationship with it funny.
True. They have kids.
They're weird. In love. What's your favorite dragon?
I was also going to say the Benedict Cucumber is
Smaug.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess that dragon is pretty cool.
I can't think of any dragons with personalities.
Ooh, I was gonna say they don't have personalities, but honestly,
like that talk.
Reign of Fire, really decent movie, and those dragons are for real.
They had real dragons?
Yeah, real dragons.
Sorry, I got creeped out because I heard whistling for a second.
That is a siren for an ambulance.
I thought it was a creepy whistle. That just side story real quick. I remember in the 7th grade we watched like a documentary thing on dragons, and for a little bit I was confused and thought dragons might have been real.
Yeah, they are.
Don't confuse me again. I think my favorite looks alone would have to be the little baby dragons in RuneScape because they look really goofy.
Okay.
I can't think of other dragons.
I mean, How to Train Your Dragon.
Oh, I like him. I haven't even seen that movie, but I like him a lot.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Wow.
Suggested on movie night.
His name's Toothless.
I know his name's Toothless, and he's a cutie.
He has no teeth.
Yeah, why would he have teeth? His name's Toothless.
Okay.
I choose him even though I've not seen it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I feel like there is a cool dragon that I'm forgetting.
There's some cool looking ones in like Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. Has some dope looking ones.
Yeah.
But none that I feel like they'd have to have like a bigger presence to have a favorite. Dragon from Shrek is a good one.
Yeah.
Just because, you know, somewhat of a personality. You say no personality. She's a mother. Okay.
True.
She's a mother.
Smaug is pretty good because he's the one that talks the most.
Yeah.
And Benedict Cucumber is generally pretty good at what he does.
He's like, rawr.
Yeah. I don't know.
Game of Thrones ones.
Game of Thrones ones are jokes. They die very easily.
I like them when they were babies because they were cute.
No, they suck. But yeah, I guess besides that, probably the Rain of Fire ones,
Okay.
specifically because they're like really badass.
Okay, fair. Also last week we said something about like what's your favorite games? And I did want to say that Matt answered. And I wanted to say it because specifically I have no idea what this is. Matt said Kate Gorham, according to the Wikipedia,
Categorum.
Categorum, according to the wiki, is called Scattergories in English. Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
Fast paced, frustrating, also fun, at least without arguments. Have you played it?
I think so. It hasn't been in forever. It's a board game.
Yeah.
But yeah, categories is
I thought it was funny because the English name sounds even less English.
honestly, I don't even really remember how to play it. I know there are like categories, and I don't know if it. I think I'm getting it mixed up with like a charades kind of game.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if that's
Also,
how
we
it
moved
is.
into the in real life questions now, by the way. Well, you already had with the dragon.
Yeah. But yeah. Anyways, I think it was fun. Generally, those games are just generally pretty fun if you play with other people. But yeah, I don't know. I don't remember playing it. It hasn't been years.
Oh,
So
well, I've never even heard of it.
yeah.
We had one more question from Ivor. This week's podcast question. Which of my podcast question has been your favorite to ignore? And then Ivor called me.
No.
Ivor's just being mean and comparing me to a conservative politician in the US. Because we don't answer his not safe for work questions.
Yeah. So you're banned.
So you're banned. It's kind of annoying on Discord if you search people's names, it just doesn't show anything by them.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Do you have to search like at? Search at. My favorite is one that we didn't censor at all. That we asked Fem, what was your favorite RuneScape butthole? That was one of my favorite Ivor questions.
Of course it was.
And we didn't even censor it. Okay, we don't censor everything.
Yeah. I don't really have
the clown
a
one last
favorite
week.
Ivor question. I don't really like any of them in particular.
There's that time that Ivor implied that you committed 9/11.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's definitely that's one of them. What's the worst thing you've done for personal gain?
That was an interesting one.
And how much lower would you go? I guess probably that one because that's the only real question he's ever asked.
He's asked real questions before.
Well, that one I felt like was an actual question that is like kind of interesting.
See, you get mad at me. Robert's way sassier.
I
See his attitude.
I like Ivor's questions. It's just
hate Ivor.
as far as like which ones I like, I liked the one that was an actual question.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably that one.
Expect a response from him being like, "They're all questions."
Yeah.
Oh, one of the other things he said the other week was like a your mama joke.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, yeah. So some of them, I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do like them all. I do appreciate them all.
Thanks, Ivor.
And I hope you continue asking them, and I'll continue.
Even though we might not answer them.
Yes, I'll continuing trying to answer them.
Yeah, we're trying to keep the podcast so you can listen to it out loud at work if you want.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Sorry, a little bit of a more boring episode. It's just not a ton to go over this week.
True, and we're boring.
Yeah, just generally, Michelle is really boring.
Yeah,
so,
Robert's like so boring.
Yeah, I'm actually really fun, but I'm trying to like go down to her level. So let them know where they can find us next week if this wasn't too boring for them.
Yeah. So you can check out our Twitter and TikTok at Bunebapeosrs. Our Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch are all Bunebape. So I stream 5 days a week at twitch.tv/Bunebape. And you can join Discord, discord.gg/Bunebape. And we do like movie nights and giveaways and stuff.
Yep.
So come hang out and ask us questions for the podcast if you want any of those.
Yeah. So hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And we'll see you all
very soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.